Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning with me, Brigand. Alright, let's explore. What is this place called? Alserund. Or Alserund. Okay. So go talk to this quest giver real quick. Probably knock it out as we explore the region. Frama Adic. Or Idic.
Please, I need your help. My husband has been taken by the Fae.
Kidnapped.
We were just trying to pass through to the Red Marches when Alard became ill. We had stopped so he could catch his breath when the Fae came storming out of their ruin. They took him past the barrier to the south, and I haven't seen him since.
I guess maybe it's Frama. Frama Idic.
I'm a seamstress, an excellent one. Lot of good it's doing me right now. Please, my husband needs help. I can't bear to think about what the Fae are doing to him in there.
Okay, Alserund.
I hardly know where we are, let alone what this place is. I just want my husband back. I've heard that these wilds are the last place in Detyre to find the Fae undisturbed.
Alright, where's your husband?
They took him to a ruin beyond that fork in the road. I tried to stop them, but they won't release him until the curse is removed. I have no idea what they're speaking of. Please, help us!
Okay, I'll help you.
Thank you so much. The Fae took him through the narrow pass nearby.
Alright, don't know why she was doing that Backstreet Boys pose. I can't get up there from here. Alright, I don't want to enter a building or a dungeon, but I will go this way and map it out real fast. Circle of Engard. Well, at least these Fae aren't hostile. Well, at least not yet. Also, look at this. The Fae faces, I guess, instead of being like the woodland ones that we see in the Fae Hollows, I assume these are stone faces to match the aesthetic of the desert. Jorrel, Seelie Warrior, Flarian,
The sands beget a mortal. Fascinating.
Kobanis.
Strange. The threads of fate do not entwine your destiny.
Okay, Narco.
They are our brethren, but they cannot distinguish Fae from foe. They attack all who approach, and we know not the cause of their malady.
Kobanis.
I read the fates for the Circle. That is my role.
Okay, Circle of Engard.
We await the return of our champion. The mortal Magnus defeated him, and he has not returned. Farewell.
Alright, Jorrel.
You require healing, mortal.
Narco.
Mindless. Some are Fae. They cannot distinguish Fae from foe. They attack all who approach. We know not the cause.
Also, I think he's the first Fae we've seen with black hair, isn't he? I only say that because it stands out. Normally they have like red, blonde, blue, I don't know, something else that's a little more contrasty than black. Jorrel.
I repair the vessels of the Circle when necessary. It is my role.
Alserund. Or Alserund.
This land is in pain. It is afflicted as the Narco are afflicted. Mortal.
Okay. Can I talk to Alard?
You there? Help me, please. The Fae kidnapped me and won't let me leave. I think I'm ill. Please convince them to let me go. This pain is unbearable.
Kidnapped.
My wife and I were just passing through Alserund. We lost our way trying to get to the Red Marches when I grew ill. The next thing I know, I have a burning fever, and when I stopped to catch my breath, the Fae ambushed us.
Frama Eidik.
You saw my wife. Thank goodness she's all right. I bet she'd wait out there for a decade if she had to. I hope I won't be stuck here for that long.
Fae intentions.
They keep talking about how I can't leave until I'm free of the Narco affliction.
Alserund.
This place is as foreign to me as my Fae captors. There's nothing here except the lethal wildlife and a scorching sun above. And all the Fae we could ever hope to meet. Blasted, I'd leave right now if I could.
Alright.
Champion England.
Florian.
Yeah, greetings. You are strange. There's something distinctly Fae about you.
Well, I am the ruler of the House of Ballads. The Fae.
We realize our presence in Detyre is rapidly diminishing. If we can re-establish the tradition lost with the House of Valor, perhaps we can still stabilize our presence in this region.
Narco.
They are our brethren, afflicted by the same curse as the Almain Alard. Left untreated, the curse alters the mind and role of the afflicted. We term these brethren Narco, and you'll find them wandering the desert of Alserund, attacking any that come near. They cannot tell friend from foe. It'll take some time before it's safe to walk the sands without a resolution to this dilemma.
Florian.
I direct the Circle of Engard in its duties. My allies and I serve the champion of Valor, not the mortal pretender, but the Fae known as Engard. Unfortunately, the champion is no more. Not since his defeat in the arena by mortal hands.
Fae of Alserund.
Some of our brethren departed, like our champion, Engard. Some went mad and became Narco. Those of us who are left remain for the sake of this land. If it were free of the Narco curse, we would gladly follow after our champion.
Fae Champion of Valor.
We have confidence that he'll appear in Amalur once again. Every Fae is compelled to perform a function, and reigning as champion was Engard's role. When the champion returns, the Circle of Engard will take up arms once again, and our rites of combat will shake the earth.
Alserund.
The Fae have thrived here for many cycles. Though the way the seasons have been flowing, we may not thrive for much longer.
Why imprison the Almain?
Releasing him would be detrimental to Fae and mortal alike. I sense something peculiar about you, though. Perhaps you could help him. He could be healed, we surmise, with the completion of the Rite of Valor.
What happened to the Almain?
Have you noticed my enraged summer brethren out in the sands? They attack anyone, friend or foe. We of the Circle term it the Narco affliction. It's a curse magical in nature. The affected cannot be reasoned or bargained with. The Almain fell victim to the curse, and though it has not altered his mind, he complains of pain. He warrants study, and so we keep him.
Okay. What can be done for the Almain?
The key is the Cora Petal. The regenerative properties of the petal can cure the Almain. You'll find it on the vessel of the Guardian of the Caverns, the Cora Thresh. The Rite of Valor will awaken the Guardian, which has lain dormant in this long winter. Defeat it, and the petal can be plucked from its vessel.
Okay. I can help him.
Head to the Caverns of Ingress at the base of the Great Spine. There are 3 Rathir sigil stones within. They are marked by a waterfall, a pillar, and a tree. Activate them in that order. Each stone will curse you. Once the last stone is activated, a beast of many vines will challenge you in your weakened state. Defeat it, and bring the Cora Petal to us.
Completing the rite.
You must activate 3 sigil stones within the Caverns of Ingress. They're marked by a waterfall, a pillar, and a tree. Each stone will lay a curse upon your vessel when activated, and summon opponents to face in your weakened state. At the rite's end, a beast of many vines will appear to challenge you. Defeating it will permanently remove the curses.
House of Valor.
The Fey champion of Valor, Engard, was defeated in battle years ago at the House of Valor by a Varani warrior. In accordance with Fey tradition, control of the house passed to that mortal, and the Fey were forced to leave.
Sigilstone curses.
Their effects are temporary. The curses will vacate your body if you begin the rite, and then leave the Caverns of Ingress.
Okay, and what do I have to do again?
You must retrieve the Cora Petal from the Caverns of Ingress. Complete the Rite of Valor, and you will awaken a beast of many vines. Find it, defeat it, and pluck the Cora Petal from its vessel.
Alright, sounds straightforward
Farewell,
enough.
mortal.
Alright, let's map out this area. Try and find all the lore stones this episode if we can, and... so on and so forth. So I think this path, there's a couple of, okay. I don't want to fight me. Gosh darn it. Just exploded him. In one hit. Alright, so this should be a dead end. We'll go this way first.
This life offers two choices. Fight or die. Those who choose to live face conflict. It is the natural balance of this world. The weeds preclude the flower's bud. The spider's web arrests the fly. The water carves the rock. In the dry wastes of Detyre, in the land known as Alserund, the House of Valor became the home of this primal force.
Okay, so that's an area to explore at a later date. Probably next episode we'll enter the House of Valor. I'm going to assume it's going to be like the House of Ballads where we have to talk to a bunch of people, but it might be a dungeon. I'm assuming we're going to try and overthrow the House of Valor in favor of the Fae, or we have a choice between siding with the Fae or the Varani. We'll see. Eldrick's staff. Although this elegant wood staff resembles a mage's staff, there's nothing in the slightest magical about it. Alright, sounds like a quest item to me.
From the Desert Runner's lethal dance to the chaos of the wolf pack, the Fae displayed these contests as art. Engard, the embodiment of contention, arose as champion. His strike was as the mantis leg, a bolt amid stillness. He met defeat like the salamander's tail, lost, but only to grow again. He inflicted wounds like the serpent's fang, rotting poison to weaken the mightiest opponent. His baleful stare was the shark's fin above the water's surface, promising a bloody end.
Another dustling in the harvest. You're going to burn.
Oh gosh darn it. There we go.
The walls of Glir Rathwin came crashing to the ocean's turmoil. Our people, despaired and battle-weary, hiding from the ogre's fists, saw Baala Tirin atop the revered spire, dressed in priestly garb and circled by a camp of mages. Wise Tirin called forth the grace of Lyria, her beauteous song, paragon of the ethereal. The people climbed to her side, a summit cloister of spell-woven forces. She smote the Jotun from the hallowed pinnacle, and never again did they return. Rathir, she named the place where sharp rocks break the water's surface. This home for all Dokkulfar, the lunar crag of Lyria, founded in the 14th year after the parting.
There you go.
Such a disappointing fight. Not for me. I mean, I did a really good job there. They did not. Seems like there's a lot of dungeons in this area. Well, if the House of Valor is a dungeon itself, which it might not be.
Die, dustling!
So, Fellfire Pit, that sounds intense. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. That's right. I feel kind of bad for slaughtering all these Fae, considering they're not in control of themselves.
The Great Ones contested Engard's knowledge, and time and again they failed. The combat space was a patch of dirt, which soon became a clearing. The clearing, trampled by the feet of warriors, sunk into the earth and became an arena where the bravest mortals heard the feral clamors of the combatants. The House of Valor was born.
This House of Valor is the one house that disappeared, I think is what they no. There's another house. House of... Was it the House of Valor? Because there's the one house that they're waiting for back in Issa. One guy manages it, waiting for them to come back. I think it's the House of Valor. But it didn't disappear. It got conquered by a mortal. I might be getting it mixed up with another house.
Another dustling for the fire.
Let's go this way. Grab the chest, loop around, grab the lore stone, then fight that group of enemies down there.
The Withering War swept across the land. Seelie and Unseelie fought each other. The House of Valor was abandoned for the battlefields of Isa and Own. Engard battled hordes as the warriors of Valor thrived on the plains of Erethal. The storm grew as they joined the war, and the Seelie threw back the invaders.
So I find it a little weird that the Fae would summon other Fae, because the Boggarts are considered the wild Fae. Isn't it weird that it's like they're enslaving their own race, and I feel like the Fae are more in tune with nature than to enslave others of their kind. So having a Fae summoner like that, I don't know. I feel like it doesn't fit their aesthetic. But maybe I just don't understand the Fae. Mortals aren't supposed to understand the Fae, so I guess that would make sense. Hey! Aegon's tomb. How much more do we have? Just one more. Hot dog. That's another 5% armor. We've broken the 1,000 armor. Well, we had broken the 1,000 armor value previously with the Prismere set, but took a bit of a hit when I swapped to the Castaway set. I don't remember what the Warsworn set was at, if it was above. If it was above 1,000 or not.
When the armies of Own subsided, the Seelie returned to the land, and the House of Valor was forever changed. The conflict of the cycle waned, and the Fae now embodied the peace of sleep. Engard no longer fought, and was without purpose. The great cycle turned through the ages. Seasons passed. A mortal defeated the champion of Valor. His name was Hroth Magnus.
Pura.
You do not belong here, mortal. The Crown of the Sun is a Fae domain.
What you gonna do about it? Pura.
I am the guardian of the Crown of the Sun. I watch over the new keepers as they meditate in preparation for their time at the crossing. It will be some time yet before I have new charges to shepherd.
Narco.
They are summer Fae, but their minds have been altered. They attack any who travel the sands, be they mortal or Fae.
Crown of the Sun.
I do not wish to speak to you about Fae affairs, mortal. This place is older than your mind can grasp, and it will remain long after you are gone.
Okay. Alserund.
Alserund is the last bastion of the Fae in Detyre, one of the few places in these desert lands where we are plentiful.
Well, except for all the ones that I'm brutally beating down with my hammer, but yeah. Can I get down right here? Nope. Great. Well, I was kind of wishing I didn't do the Legend of Dead Kell before coming south. So I feel like everything's gonna be too easy. I'm not gonna find any loot worth finding. And overall, the experience is gonna be a little soured from doing that, the order that I did it in. Because while each area does level up with you, there is a minimum and max level cap, I think, for every area. Very hard is... Wait, what? Oh, never mind. I just had to get there. Yeah, the very hard difficulty automatically sets every area to its highest level cap. So when you first enter an area, it's going to be very difficult. But I think you get more experience for it too, which helps compensate for the difficulty spike. So say like the very first area you play in, I don't know what the level cap is. I'm going to say level 8. So you'll be a level 1, well I guess level 2 because the tutorial you usually exit at level 2. You'll be a level 2 character against level 8 enemies, which is pretty intense. Get messed up pretty fast. But I think it also helps with loot. But I'm not 100% sure how that works either. Nightwind leggings. An Almain received these as a reward from a Dakwafar noble rescued from a Tuatha raid. Pilgrim, Era Andric, Anton Demian.
Hail, adventurer. Are you here to present an offering to Mitharu?
Present an offering to that mustache. Mercantile trading.
I've not trained anyone since coming to the desert, but very well. Any money I make will benefit Mitharu, so I will teach you.
Okay, Era Andric.
I heard word of this shrine from her. Followed her all the way from Dalentarth.
Alserund.
It's wonderful, if only because Mitharu has blessed it with his presence. Farewell, adventurer.
Alright, he's got a very one-track mind. Era Andric. Andric is a familiar name.
Another new soul in Alserund. Tell me, are you here for the right of Mitharu as well? His voice is clear to those who truly wish to believe.
Oh, alright. What do we have? I guess I probably don't need this anymore since that one quest bugged out. I'm gonna hold on to it anyway, in case, I don't know, they somehow patch that quest and I can go back and play it later. Voice.
Why, the voice belongs to none other than Mitharu himself. He speaks to us through this place, this oasis.
Okay, Mitharu.
Great Mitharu holds the fates of our world in his hands. Without his divine order, everything would descend into chaos. We are meant to make his message a reality.
Okay, Era Andric.
I'm an apothecary. I never thought about vast things, the workings of the heavens, the way of gods. But then I lost my mother. In my grief, I wandered here, into the desert, where the voice came to me. It drew me here, to the oasis. And when I was at my weakest, my most despairing, Mitharu comforted me, and asked me to come give my offering. Since then, I have led others here.
Okay, I believe that is the whole area mapped out, except for what's down here. I think that's the other, the Hollowlands. Okay, let's fast travel to the House of Valor. Let's see how many people there are to talk to in the House of Valor. Okay, it doesn't actually seem that big. Oh, is that a player home? Champion's Manor. Okay. Music really picked up pace here too. Alright, cool. We will... Are they hostile here? Bolgan Brute. That's interesting. Arena. Alright, a lot of these people don't have names, so I wonder how long it's going to take to actually go through here. Regardless, I think I'm going to save it for the next episode. I'm going to call it here. In the next one, we will explore the House of Valor, see what's going on here. It seems to be overrun with Bolgans and Boggarts. But we have a quest here as well, so I don't know, we'll figure it out. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next episode.